Hey Mars boy, I saw you went to Texas without me. Thanks for the invite, fool.
It was last minute, Ethan. Besides, I knew you were having fun at the club, so it doesn't matter. Welcome to the Intergalactic Love Hotline. 11th episode of ML Backstage. My name is Mars Luna.
And I'm Ethan.
And we're introducing this podcast straight from the sixth dimension. This is a music commentary podcast hosted by my favorite Earthlings, Holokahiki Toves, Kainalu Kamai, and Joshua Luna.
Wow, you're actually giving Joshua credit. This really is a new year.
Well, we actually came to a truce agreement, so I have to at least acknowledge his existence this time. But since I'm the Cosmic Casanova and love is in the air this February, I had the guys do a Q&A session with some questions about Valentine's Day and love. Citizens, grab your popcorn and let's get started. Back to planet Earth we go!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 11th episode of ML Backstage. I am Joshua Luna, and I'm here again with my cohorts, Holokahiki Toves and Kainalu Kamai.
What up, guys?
And before we actually start this episode, I just want to give a little refresher since we've hit past double digits on this podcast. So to everyone who's kind of watching and listening for the first time, ML Backstage is essentially a behind-the-scenes look at my stage name, performer name, alter ego, Mars Luna, since I make music and ever since I was a little kid, and we're basically coming together to go and review each project that I've put out as Mars Luna. But since we've covered all the projects for Mars Luna so far, we're starting to do more fun topics and more broader topics. So I'm excited to actually go through it because it is love season and it is February, so you know that it's Cosmic Casanova season. You feel me? So Holo and Nalu, how have you guys been since the last time I saw you last month?
Still eating this guy.
I guess I'll go first then, because 2022 has been pretty hectic for me. Started off the new year in Hawaii, as both of you know. Filmed the music video for Mars Luna that will come out next month, and I got back to Vegas on February. I'm trying to remember the day. February 4th. Came back on February 4th, and I ended up flying to Austin, Texas, a couple days after, and that was a blast. That was a lot of fun. Spent a lot of time it was a place I wanted to visit, so I made a list of places that I wanted to go visit last year, since I figured the pandemic situation was getting better. So Austin was the first place I wanted to go, and got a family trip down there, and it was fun and heard a lot of live music, and it's very, very eccentric and colorful and vibrant, and it's right up my alley. I would go back 100%. And decided to go there for the week of my birthday, which was a couple days ago. Getting closer to 30, guys.
Oh, dude, don't remind us, man.
And and today, before this podcast, had to do some renovations to the bathroom here in my house, so took a lot of time to get situated, but I'm back and ready to get moving again. So that's how it's been. So Holo, how about you?
Well, so far, the year is actually just a lot of blessings, The seasons are changing. I gotta say, making career advancement moves up in here, man.
Yeah, let's go.
Going into the right direction. And
let's go.
It is crazy because it is my dream job, to be honest. And a couple of years ago, I tried for this position and I wasn't ready. So actually going through and securing a spot, I'm not gonna say what role it is, but just securing that spot and knowing the person I've become from 5 years ago,
right?
And getting that call and getting that acceptance, that just reassuring acceptance from the other end, it just solidifies the person that I'm becoming, and surrounding yourself with great people and just having that positivity and just allowing the lessons to come through, like the hardships, you welcome them with open arms. It's crazy because it took me a couple of days to actually get a grip of what's happening right now, but I let the boys know. They're super excited for me, and I thank you, God, and I thank you for these homies that I've been rocking with, because these guys are the ones that I bounce back with, and they see me through it all. So
yes, sir.
Yes,
sir. Yeah, I'm not gonna disclose what that is, secret. But I remember you telling us this like when you were trying to go for it like years ago, and I told you that this was like the perfect job for you. It was like it was a job that I completely saw you doing, and it takes time. But like you said, it's just I'm proud of you, dog. Like I'm proud of you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
I'm proud of you. Like it's real. It's like it's just like I can visualize it. You know what I'm saying? I can visualize it. It's just like it's right up your alley, and I'm excited. I'm excited for you.
Every time I this happened, like when I would like do like a couple flashbacks to myself, I always remember you saying, "Man, Holo's coming full circle,"
Yeah,
coming full circle.
Yep, that's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah, Nalu, how about you, bro?
Okay, Uso.
Uso.
Yeah, this is by the way, guys. The Uso, it's USO, but Uso too.
Yeah.
So far, I think my journey so far has been going all over the place. It's like not even, I wouldn't say bad, but it's interesting. So just recently I chipped my tooth surfing, if you can kind of see.
Raw, dude.
It's a diagonal cut. Like, look at that. I look like a sad vampire. This wasn't even a wave I was trying to go for, like the biggest wave of the day. This is just a wave I'm paddling into shore just to ride it so I can call it a day, and then riding it, go on my knees on my longboard, and next thing you know, I lean forward and then I face plant.
Oh, dude.
And I felt something in my mouth, like all the fiberglass, and I'm like, oh no, did I just hit my head on the board again? Then the next thing you know, there's a gap in my mouth. Like, oh no way, did I lose my tooth? Like, what happened? And then surprisingly, it wasn't even bleeding or nothing. And when I went back to my truck to look in the mirror, it was just a nice, clean, slanted cut on this front tooth. So these two front teeth, or these front tooth, they're so obvious to stick out, and any kind of big impact, I could probably damage it easily. So I knew something was going to happen one day, and that happened to be the day.
In other words, this is typical Kainalu, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Damn.
I don't recommend it. I don't recommend that energy.
Yeah. So for the Spotify and Anchor listeners and Apple listeners out there, Nalu showed us. He gave us a little close up of his front teeth. Yeah, I was like, it kind of looks like seaweed from a distance, but it's like, it's a gap, and it's like, when you told us when you told us that, or we saw your post on Instagram.
Yeah.
I was gonna be like, bro, you ugly, but you know.
Good enough, right?
Wow, that's like straight from the session, that one.
but yeah, no, but I mean, glad you're, you know, but glad, you know, I'm glad it didn't hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
True. Even my dad too, when he called me about it, he's like, "Oh, you know, it's because you get the mono spirit. That's why, like the shark." Oh yeah, that's right.
And it takes us back to high school because you had a shark necklace too. I remember that. My goodness.
Anyway,
so in other words, with you, Kainalu, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
I hope it changes for better things, not health and safety wise.
I feel it. But yeah, I figured for this podcast, I wanted to pay a little homage to the Mars Luna interlude from Dark Matter Love Hotline, since it is February and it is love season, and I wore pink in honor of that. And I wanted to do like a little Q&A for some basic love related questions. So I figured it would be a fun little twist this time. Valentine's Day was 2 days ago. We're recording this on February 16th. What is your best or worst Valentine's Day experience or moment?
Damn, so long ago.
Dude, I have an idea off the record. I have an idea. I'm gonna grab this letter that I had, you know, the inspiration for rocket science.
Oh shoot.
Shoot, I just remembered I should have brought it. I should have had it ready, but I have a letter that I exchanged with this person that I liked years ago in Japan. Shoot, I'm gonna go grab it real quick.
Yeah. Shoot, you got a letter. Got a letter.
Wow.
So this was like 2015, and I still have it, you know.
Well, I thought you met her in 2017.
Oh, 2017. Yeah, you're right. And we exchanged letters after talking for 3 months, and it was around this time where I wanted to ask her to be my Valentine, right?
Right.
Right. So only exclusive here on ML Backstage, man. God, this was just for Holo's eyes only. So we are gonna share it with
shoot, I was not expecting this.
I need to get closer.
So it says Aloha from Japan. Oh, okay. Her name is not on here yet.
Yeah, no. Aloha from Japan. Oh, I like it. It's a nice card. Nice card. She drew it. Yeah, she drew it. Oh, that's impressive.
If you notice, there's the aloha and the palm tree, and if I put it upside down.
Oh,
there you go, right? She was smart.
Like it.
She was Akamai. She's smart.
Akamai. I like it.
Okay, should I read? You want me to read it?
If you want to read it, go ahead. It's free forum, bro. If you want to read it.
All eyes are on you, bro.
Okay, so it says, or should I read it like this?
I'll probably read it. Read it.
Okay.
Read it because I mean, I can't read it from that.
Okay. Cool. So I got this letter from my homegirl, 2017.
Wasn't a homegirl at the time. But,
wasn't homegirl at the time. Probably just girl.
Yep.
Moshi moshi, konnichiwa, holo, in bold
letters with 3 exclamation points for the audio listeners.
Right? Thank you for your letters. So I think I sent more than a couple of letters.
Mm-hmm.
As I always say, I'm so amazed and grateful for how you give me so much love. Since I met you at the festival, I've been thinking about you every day. More and more I get to know you, my heart for you gets bigger and bigger. Thank you for always sending me messages that energizes me. Thank you for always laughing to my silly jokes and actions. Thank you for accepting me the way I am. I feel your kind heart, and that's why I feel I can open my heart to you. I'm excited to get to know you more and more and find what you like, what you don't like, and your silly habits. Let's enjoy every day together. Thank you for coming up to me that day. I would always treasure your heart. One last thing. We'll cover her name.
Yeah. Oh, yes, sir. It says the card says yeah. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So no, you're good. So it says one last thing, and then when I turn the card around, it has a heart shape, and it has a heart shape heart, of course. And inside the heart, it says, "Yes, I will love to be your Valentine."
Ooh. Yeah, sir.
Your cure.
It's really nicely drawn too,
dude. Yeah.
And that was when?
This was January 2018.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
A solid 4 years ago.
Bra.
So for context, for those listening and watching, the girl that Holo is talking about was covered at length on episode 9 when we covered the rocket science portion of this podcast. So if you want to go back to episode 9, it's on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, and Apple. So just figure I put that out there.
More treasures.
Yeah, I guess like since we're talking about rocket science, I guess my best or worst Valentine's Day experience or moment. I never had a Valentine before. So it was just kind of, I guess, like releasing that song was maybe a way for me to compensate for not having a Valentine. But that was probably the most memorable moment of Valentine's Day for me, because it was like an afterthought day for me, because my birthday is the day before. So it's like, but whenever I do have a date or something, it would be a very interesting thing, because I would kind of be, if I did have a girlfriend, I would probably be celebrating, Valentine's Day with her, and I guess my birthday at once. So it's kind of a weird thing for me. But releasing Rocket Science is my most iconic and the most memorable Valentine's Day moment for me. Really short.
Simple, yeah.
Nalu, what about you?
See, I don't recall having any bad Valentine's Day, but unless you want to count high school, because I was dating.
Let's count high school, bro.
Okay, we'll go high school. So of course, first girlfriend, it's 9th grade, 10th grade. I think that was the first time I celebrated Valentine's Day with somebody. Was it good? Where do we go? Oh, Town Center. Of course, that was the place back in our era of high school. So I remember we went to Saggio's because my family was there.
Yes,
I
sir.
brought my girlfriend with me, so I kind of introduced her to my stepdad's side of the family. And then I think we went to the movies after, just regular high school kind of simple Valentines.
Yeah.
And that's about it. It's not nothing fancy like some people that we might know of, or other people who had extravagant kind of Valentine's Day. Now, fast forward to now, all I really care about is what is the surf gonna be like that day? Because everybody's gonna be out, so I'm gonna make sure there's ways for myself at least.
Wow! What a turn!
Out there.
What a turn!
Yeah.
But to keep it relatively fancy though, Assaggio is for high school. Assaggio is pretty fancy for high school.
Yeah, that was. Still is good.
And it's still my favorite Italian restaurant in Hawaii. So shout out to Assaggio's. What movie did you watch, if you remember?
I don't even remember. I don't know what movies came out that year. That was 2000.
On Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron Man.
What is 2010-ish? I don't know.
Yeah, beginning of last decade.
Around there.
Right, I feel it. Yeah, so those were some pretty wild ends of the spectrum for Valentine's Day. Wasn't expecting it. But I guess a follow-up question would be, how would you describe your ideal first date? I'll go first. So if you watch the Rocket Science music video, you can check that out on YouTube. And you'll see that there's a picnic scene that I have there. So basically the Rocket Science music video is my ideal version of a first date. So I would probably set up a picnic, have some home cooked food, from both sides, and we'll just set up a nice spot where we, take a look at either the mountains, the beach, wherever the picnic is, and we'll just sit back, have a good time, get to know each other. We can walk in the park, simple stuff like that. I feel like that would be a pretty cool first date, and get some ice cream too. That's always nice, especially during the summer. So yeah, check out Mars Luna's Rocket Science video. You'll catch my ideal version of a first date.
Oh, let's go, honey girls are lining up already.
All the DMs right now.
All the
DMs. Put you on hold. Sorry, you got
all the DMs non-existent.
You reached the Mars Luna office. He can't take your calls. He's kind of busy right now.
Welcome to the Intergalactic Love Hotline. But yeah,
oh, it's so funny.
That's my ideal first date.
Sure, I'll actually semi piggyback with Josh. My ideal first date would be like a lunch, at like not a restaurant, but more like an outdoor setting. Something like up North Shore side. Just being in the nature and having a lunch. Just having a good conversation, good food, get to know them. Very, very light, quote unquote date.
Yeah.
But just to get together and just talk story, try to see if I would like that person,
right,
or not the other way around. Will she like me?
Yep. And that's a crucial point too. The dates from your end should always be whether you like that person.
Yeah.
Because sometimes some people can appear a certain way, but it may not be.
Yep, that's true.
So I like the fact that you mentioned that. It's fire. Nalu, how's your first day gonna look like? Just take her to Sandy and see if she can handle it.
No, that's the focus thing.
Just take her to Pipeline, Bro, Boom gonna get on me already.
Well, straight why me a short break. Oh,
how's the follow-up date? Yeah.
Gosh. On a real note,
yeah,
I think for myself, because me being a photographer, I would do maybe like an all day. Hey, let's go take photos. Hey, do you want to do a photo shoot or travel around the island? Because I like to go travel around the island too on my free time. If I'm not taking any photos, we could probably just do like a road trip around the island. Is pretty fun. Just have the camera. We just go wherever. We don't even have a set location. We just kind of go with the flow, and almost kind of like a travel blog in a way. Document everything, and kind of it is an all day thing because I like to be out and about a lot. But that will actually help me figure out, hey, does this person like to do this kind of stuff with me? Does she want to continue hanging out with me and my adventures, or does she want to be my like permanent go-to model, and in a good way, not in other kind of crazy ways.
Right.
But other than that, it's kind of more slow and simple for myself, just because I need to kind of like understand who this person is, what her intentions are, and if she's somebody that I know I want to put my time and effort in as much as she'd probably do the same for me. Something like that in that way.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
It sounds like something you would do.
True.
Because
that's up his alley. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was just trying to imagine the amount of gas. Don't
worry about that. I got the truck. It's good to go.
Nah, but the truck and couple tanks, in the bed.
Yeah, it's not a lifted Tacoma, so I'm not gonna worry about running out of gas.
True.
That thing eats gas. My truck does not eat gas.
That's true. Nah, you brought a very good point.
That's about it, though.
I found this meme on Instagram that kind of accurately describes like what I think your relationship would be like, Nalu. I think shout out to the Bulletin on Instagram.
Let's go.
What is it? Which post?
So the post says Makaha surfers who only talk to each other because they surf at the same time every day. Completely content with that being the extent of their relationship. So basically you're saying like if she likes surfing with you, like, and that's pretty much it. Like quality time is like major.
Or we're just in the water from 6 a.m. to like 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. nonstop.
Bro.
Competitive, bro. We'd be probably like dropping in on each other's waves.
Or probably dropping on you, my friend.
Oh, bro.
Especially if she's like one professional longboarder. Oh man, I'm gonna get cracks out of that already.
Oh, bro. And then end up getting a chipped tooth.
Oh gosh, another chipped tooth. One of those add that to the list.
Sad vampire.
Sad vampire. It also remind me of like, and just reminded, as long as the girl can't scrap. Sorry, that was an inside joke that I sent to our group chat. But so since I mentioned the inside joke, I'll basically say that.
Nalu, that's all you know.
Basically saying that when Nalu sent us a picture of his chipped tooth, I basically captured it and said, like when you try to play fight with your girlfriend, but you didn't know that she could scrap. And that was basically what happened. But no, on a more serious note, like, yeah, I could see that. She basically has to keep up with you.
Anyway, it is. I'm a different beast.
Yeah, you're built different.
Oh yeah,
bro.
you built different.
I'm a different person.
Yeah.
I'm on that category, not in the normal. I'm in somewhere over there.
Yeah. I'm trying to envision like somebody very specific, bro.
Gosh.
Like it's out of the three of us, it would probably be like, yeah, it would not in a bad way, but it's just like, it just has to be like, she has to be more adventurous than you, I would probably say.
At least a little equal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good trade-off. I guess the next question that I have is, have you ever fallen in love? And how do you know when you love someone?
Dang.
I'll go first.
Get my notes out.
So I guess there's a lot of layers to this question now that I think about it. These two questions, because when you're a little kid, you don't really have a concrete definition of what love is. And as you grow older, love is not something that has a concrete definition, because it can be expressed and shown in a variety of ways. So I guess, you know, if I've ever fallen in love, I would know. And I guess now that I'm growing up and figuring out what love means as, I go through different stages of life. I don't think I ever have. I don't think I've truly fallen in love. And I'm not that type of person to really fall in love in the first place. So, because I think I've said this before, like I'm the type of person that has to know someone and know their character, know their personality, know their moral, spiritual, and mental code, you know? And I guess as I grow older, I figure out like what love means to me. So I would say when I was in kindergarten or like in elementary school, I had a crush on this one girl. She was like the top of the class. You know what I'm saying? Like she had, like you had like these little crushes, right? And and when you're like 5, 6 years old, you think like that's what love is. And I think like she had some kind of interest in me too throughout elementary school and middle school. But like, I knew early on when I was a kid that she subscribed to a specific religion, and like I knew she didn't celebrate Christmas. She was a Jehovah's Witness, and I knew that was going to be a barrier. And it was just like, no, I'm not all that interested. It was pretty, like it was a cool crush, and she was a good friend over time. But I mean, I saw her, the last time I saw her was at her high school graduation in Kalihi. So, and we still follow each other on Facebook and Instagram to this day. So we still familiar with each other, and she's married now, but shout out Mallory. But other than that, no, not really. I don't think I've really fallen in love with anybody because the standards that I have for the said person, for a potential significant other, and the standards that I have for myself are pretty astronomically high. So it's like one of those things where it's like, if I do find someone, it has to be the right one. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I've ever fallen in love, I would know. And how would I know if I love someone? I'll just know, and I'll get to know her over time, and that's how I'll know.
True.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Holo, about you?
Oh.
Go last again. Yes.
I was like, I want to be last. Let's see. Have you ever fallen in love? It's no, really no.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, like I think there's this fine line between love and infatuation. And me and the boys, we always go back to that word infatuation, because when I do find somebody who I admire, I'm always infatuated with them. And I believe the next step would be love. But I would never pass that barrier of infatuation, just highlighting, the goodness of the person's character, personality. And I think love is when you accept the flaws, their not necessarily bad habits, but very, very different behavior, their lifestyle. And I feel that I haven't found that love yet, because I've been stuck in this sort of limbo in the infatuation area. So I when I do fall in love, I feel like I would accept her as a person, as well as allowing herself to be the person that she is and not change anything, like accept her flaws, accept the way her talking, the way she just holds herself is just like seamless. Like I don't need to touch it. I don't need to touch anything. It's already there. But yeah, no, I to answer the question, no, I haven't fallen in love. How do I know when you love someone? I'm guessing. I'm not guessing, but I feel like that's when spending time together, having that quality time, I feel like it will be the perfect model to know if you love this person. And having that model kind of would break through that that infatuation stage that I've been talking about earlier. Because most of the people that most of the girls that I found very attractive, very interesting, I didn't spend so much time with them, especially in person, which is kind of weird to say.
Right.
So I would say this quality time and just having that time to get to know each other is when I know when to move on to that next step, which is hopefully I can actually point it out when it does happen, is love.
I like it. Deep. I like that. And also, like, piggybacking off your point about, finding someone, and loving them, loving them, even if they're in their flaws and stuff like that. I would also add, like, just from my perspective, I guess, like you're willing to love them through different stages, because people change all the time, and like I'll change, you'll change, Nalu will change somewhat, and it's, and because I remember Scott saying this in episode 3 that he wasn't able to love his last, the last person he was with, he wasn't able to love her through through different stages, right? And I feel like that's an important part, because going back to what you said about infatuation, when you're infatuated with someone for a certain amount of time, you'll only see certain parts of them. And you're not able to see, like, you're only visualizing them and idealizing them a certain way. But then when you start to get to know them and you start realizing, like, oh, this person is like this, oh, she's like that, oh, nah, I don't love her, I don't like her no more. Because like, I feel like you gotta see them for who they are right off the bat. And I think that's why, for me, like, I haven't fallen in love, because I try to see people as they are already, and I just wanted to add that in real quick.
Nalu, your turn.
Yeah, Nalu, your turn, bro.
Oh man, to answer that question, have you ever fallen in love? Survey says yes. Yeah,
yes.
I actually have to draw it on there just for the hell of it.
Yes.
So why is it not smiling? Why is it
not a smiley face?
As you can see, this and me being single, that's why. No.
Oh,
for comedic purposes.
So for Spotify and Apple listeners out there, Nalu had a board, and he had a capital yes on it with a sad face.
Just like the sad vampire right here.
Sad vampire.
Okay, so back to that question. Yes, I've fallen in love many, many times. How many times? I'm not even gonna keep track. But it's not to the point where I almost actually started dating out. No, actually, yes, there was one time. But not to the point where it was almost into a relationship, in a sense of I can like somebody for so long until I find out that person might not like me back as much as I like them. So at that point, it's better off to just stay friends.
Right.
So I don't make anything else go crazy because I've been there one time. But other than that, I think I would know somebody that I fully like. That's the person that I know I'm gonna, of course, like I said before, invest my time into that person.
Mm-hmm.
So how do I know when I feel when I'm in love? Well, that's a lot of factors, even on my side for the person that I am and my lifestyle. But I think the main key thing that I think I would point out is sense of communication, such as daily messaging or maybe a phone call. Who knows? I mean, who even calls nowadays, though? But even a simple text message or even an Instagram message too, just saying, "Hey, Nalu, what's up?" or "Hey, good morning," or "You want to go hike? You want to go surfing or shoot photos?" And if it's a constant, steady flow of communicating with myself and that person, I can kind of see a relationship about probably starting. Maybe something might happen. Can't always guarantee it's gonna just go boom right there.
Right.
But to me, this the communicating factor is gonna get my interest of thinking, oh, this person really messages me more than we normally do. It's kind of odd. So maybe
Mm-hmm.
this person might be somebody that I could maybe have a chance with or try, and we'll just see how it goes from there. But
Yeah, for sure.
that's one thing. That's one thing.
For sure. Because like also communication leads to accessibility too, right? So like the more, you know, you and this other person communicate with one another, that's how you're going to get to know each other.
That's true.
And because, you know, you're not going to get to know each other by staring at the girl from far away and not doing anything about it. You know, so it's just like I like it.
Yeah.
It's essential.
It's a start. That's to me that's the start of getting into knowing the person more.
Yep. Correct. So before I go into this next question, I know both of you have done online dating before, right?
Oh,
Has
yo.
Not as professional as you guys.
No. Well, my question regarding that was like, what are your feelings on that?
Oh. Okay. Holo's got something. I know he does.
No, you put in the blame. Oh, I gotta go again.
No, you go.
Okay, I'll go.
Oh, you're gonna go. Okay.
Okay, so for online dating, so as in what I think about it?
Yeah, just what do you think about it?
I think it's actually a thing. It works. Some people like it, some people don't. It works for some, not all. For me, it was more just a test in the water, although I still prefer the old school meet and greet type of way because
right, yeah,
more formal. But nowadays, you got Instagram and anything else to Facebook. It's the same concept, but I'd rather still meet them after in person.
Yep. Well said.
I would say it's actually an outlet to figure out what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah.
And if you do go beyond the steps of, you know, swiping right or up to a meetup, then I feel like that'll be a, you know, that's good for you. But it's an outlet to know like what you see your ideal date or ideal woman. So I would classify it as an outlet to figure out what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah. I think online dating is weird. It's a, you know, especially with the, you know, the whole world is, you know, it's very technology driven now and algorithm based. So it's like the algorithm kind of determines, you know, what you like and what you don't like, you know, those kind of things. It's fascinating the more I think about it. But, you know, I've had friends who actually use online dating. They're older than us. So it's like, and it's worked out for them, you know, and I wouldn't say it's for everybody, but if it works for you, it works, and that's and I'm not going to knock anybody who uses it, especially, if they're older and stuff like that. And there aren't a whole lot of options around them, then it's like, good for you. You know what I mean? But it's interesting. It's a very, I would say it's a filter. It's a filter of like, kind of like what you said, Holo, like what you like and what you don't like. And, the reason why I bring that up is because I'm going to pose a not so hypothetical scenario that happened pretty recently, actually. So I remember in the group chat, Holo, he dabbled into internet online dating for maybe like a day or something like that, and so he's saying like, oh, I'm gonna try this again. It's the new year, whatever, right? And he pretty much quit like the next day or something like that. And when you said that, I decided to dabble in it too. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna just see, right? And I was kind of like scrolling around, like swiping left and right or whatever. And majority of the time I swiped left because, like I said earlier, I don't really fall in love like that, So it's just like I was kind of casually, casually swipe left, whatever. And I think it was like, and one of the things I accidentally swiped right. So it was just like, and I found out, because I didn't have like the subscription or whatever. I didn't know who matched with me or whatever. And it was just like one of those things where it's like, I swiped right on accident. I was like, oh shoot, this person matched me. I feel like I got to respond right away. Right. It's weird. So I was like, I messaged this person like, hey, like, hope your new year is going well, and to my surprise, this person responded, and I was like, okay, cool. She responded, and, it was just more, and just had like some casual conversation along the way. And it was just like, we got to know each other a little bit, but by no means was I interested in this person. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, I was like, I didn't know how to navigate through the situation. And I'll just say this to keep it short. Like we ended up conversing on Tinder, and like, and she ended up giving me her phone number because she told me she doesn't go on Tinder that much. So I was like, okay, cool. And I kept going along with it because I enjoyed talking to her. Like through text and stuff. I was like, oh, she seems easy to talk to. I could at least have a new friend here. You know what I'm saying? And then I got to know her a little bit, and she was like, and she asked me a random question about like, do you have any vices? I was like, no, I'm sober. Like I don't do drugs. I don't do any of that stuff. And then she answered her own questions and stuff like that. And I was just kind of like, okay. I kind of knew you weren't meant for me, but I mean, like, it's, but like, I'm cool with you as a friend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just like, I understand what girls go through when they have to friend zone a guy. I get it now. So I guess I guess like I ended up friend zoning a girl that I had a conversation with on Tinder.
Did we know about it?
No, I never told y'all. I never told y'all about it because I wasn't going to entertain it. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was something I was going to entertain, I would let you guys know. But
you would see it.
But it was just
cute though.
She was all right.
This guy.
She was all right. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I think she was all right. I'll send stuff later. But I mean, like I guess my question is, if you meet someone and it's clear that this person is interested in you, but you don't have any clear interest in them. How would you go about friend zoning this situation? That's my question. Because during this time, I was like, okay, I noticed that this person likes me, but it was just like, I was hoping that, like, because I didn't know how to proceed with the situation. I was like, damn, I played myself here. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I don't know how. I'm hoping that she ghosts me at some point. You know what I mean? It was just like one of those things. Like, just, I was like, dang, I didn't know that I played myself into that trap, or
You caught it.
Yeah.
Dang, I don't know, because usually I'm on the receiving end of being friend zoned. I never friend zone somebody, but I would say the way I'll friend zone another person would be distance. Yeah. See my distance, 6 feet.
6 feet. Well, good enough.
Good enough. Sorry, I have no more.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah. Nalu, what would you do in this situation?
Man, I can only recall ever friend zoning somebody maybe once or twice, but I didn't know it was friend zoning at the time. But in the sense that if I ever do come in that type of situation, same thing like Holo, distance, maybe not communicate in a tone that shows affection or love to that person. Maybe go towards more the friendlier type of tone of voice to that person.
Right.
Sometimes maybe I'll just be savage and just straight up tell the person I have no interest in you. I don't want to go savage.
I mean,
if somebody that I really like as a friend, I don't want to lose that person as a friend.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, but yeah, the conversations was cool. Like it was cool. But it got to a point where I only saw it as platonic, and it was just like, it's just like, because she knows that I don't entertain any like kind of substances. She knows what I do and stuff like that. So it's just kind of, I just didn't want to feel like I was stringing this person along. And that's kind of like, I didn't realize it at the time, because it was just like, oh shoot, like that's how, like, I don't want to say inexperienced, but like how unfamiliar I am in that field, because it's just like, that's just what happens when you just mind your own business most of the time.
Yeah.
And it's learning experiences, and I sent the last message, so at least I have a new friend, But yeah, once again, thank you so much to the listeners and viewers of the ML Backstage podcast. It's been a pretty cool journey so far, and it's been a fun new creative medium for me and for the guys, I just can't wait to see like what happens from here. And if you like this episode, you can check it out on Spotify, YouTube, Apple, Anchor, wherever you watch or listen to podcasts. And check out Mars Luna's album Dark Matter. Check out the Love Hotline interlude, which this podcast kind of revolved around a little bit, and Rocket Science, which we mentioned quite a bit. And you can listen to Mars Luna on Spotify and Apple Music and all that stuff. Mars Luna has some really cool releases coming up in the spring and the summer. So these guys know about it.
No. Summer.
Spring, summer. Psychopath music videos coming out next month.
Let's go.
And yeah, I'll start off with my social media and stuff. So you can follow me on at Luna B Joshua on Instagram, and you can follow all the music endeavors for Mars Luna at It's Mars Luna on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And you can follow Mars Luna on Spotify and Apple Music, and you can check out the music website at itsmarsluna.com. And again, check out ML Backstage on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and Anchor. So Holo and Nalu, give the people your phone numbers.
Let's see. 808-99. Never mind.
808
Well, you guys can follow me at Holokahiki Toves.co. That's my website, and also my Instagram. Check it out. I try to post more of my content on Instagram, which is like journal entries from my website, even some visuals that I've been putting together late last year. I'm starting to roll it out.
Yeah,
check it out. Come visit.
Get it.
Yeah, you. Nalu, how about you, bro?
You know the usual. Just check out the Instagram.
There we go. I'm trying to
kind of bright. But
yeah, go ahead, bro.
But anyways, yeah, even the business card.
And there's the
business card with the phone number on it.
No, not the phone number. The regular business card.
Edited.
You gotta work your way to get that phone number.
Easy, Tiger.
I'm on Twitter too, but mostly use it for all the K-pop stuff. So
yeah, there we go. You can
Nice.
You can follow Kainalu on Instagram at Nalumon Photography, which is NALUMON Photography, and on Twitter at Hawaiian Oppa, so OPPA. So you can check them out there. A lot of, like he said, a lot of K-pop stuff on his Twitter, a lot of photography stuff on his Instagram, and you can track all of his adventures over there. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and listening, and stay tuned for the next episode next month, where we're going to talk about the Psychopath music video, and that's going to be dropping next month. So yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your month, and I'll see you in March. Later.
Gotcha.
Love is in the air, Ethan. The guys are growing up so fast. Wow.
I mean, I guess I'll just see if I can find love in the club, since that's the easiest place for me to look.
Siri, play Love in This Club by Usher. Or play Love Season by JBoog. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this episode of the ML Backstage podcast. If you liked what you heard, follow us on Spotify and Anchor, and subscribe to us on Apple and YouTube at ML Backstage. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at It's Mars Luna, and you can find all my music on Spotify and Apple Music and on my website at itsmarsluna.com. Dark Matter is out now, so go stream the album on Spotify and Apple Music. Thank you all for watching and listening. Stay tuned for next month's episode, where we're going to talk about the Psychopath music video that's coming out on March 11th. Bye!